All right, guys, welcome back. Episode 41, part 2. Back with Ardent Outdoors. And so we showed you the rods and reels in the first portion. And now I wanted to talk about some of the accessories. So not only are they a great rod and reel manufacturer, they also have some very, very good accessories that you need. They're not just making stuff to make stuff. So these are items that especially if you own a boat or if you're a tournament fisherman, that you should definitely have. But they also have line, and just like in the fly fishing world, there's so many line manufacturers. So why would you want, okay, why do I have to have that line? Why do I have to have this line? I will tell you, because I usually use some sort of normal line when I'm building leaders for fly fishing. I try to stay away from the actual fly fishing lines manufacturers that make leaders, because they're just not built, or the line isn't built as well. But one thing that really caught my eye when I was spooling my Tournament Pro spinning rod, I ended up using the 12-pound Gliss, which is one of Ardent's lines, and I believe they offer an 8 to 24 pounds. And as I'm spooling it, I just couldn't get over the fact of how thin the line was. So after looking at it, it turns out that I had actually purchased Gliss years ago, and I was building leaders out of it. So I was super happy to find out that, okay, I've already been using this, so I already know what it does and I know how good it is. So now I really can't wait to get it out in the water. But reach over here. So I used their 12-pound on the Tournament Pro, and I had also ordered 18-pound because I wanted to put it on one of the bait casters. But after thinking about it and feeling it and realizing that if I put it on a bait caster, for me, I will have bird's nests left and right, because it's so thin and it's going to cast very, very quickly because of the style of line. But this is what they call a super smooth monotex. So it's not monofilament, it's not fluorocarbon, it's a hybrid, if you would. But it's actually meant for, or as they advertise, for record casting distance. And I could 100% see it because it's super smooth, it's super thin, it's going to fly through your guides, it's going to fly, off that spool. So I can 100% believe that you can cast record distance with it. But this, I'm going to try to get close because this line is still on the packaging. So you guys can see how thin that is. But that is literally 18-pound test. And when I filled up the spool on the bolt, I couldn't believe it, because again, that bolt only calls for 10-pound at 120 yards. These spools are 150, and I had the entire 150-yard spool of 12-pound on that bolt. But as I mentioned at the end of the first portion of this video, we hit our 500th like today, July the 3rd. So I'm literally filming this today. I'm hoping you'll see this before 4th of July, hence the flag. But we hit that like today, so we went on and found out who the 500th person was, and we actually, this is their prize. They are getting the 18-pound test spool of Gliss, courtesy of Rack and Rock Chronicles and Ardent Outdoors. So besides Gliss, they also make another line, which I put onto the Apex tournament that I showed you before, and that is called Strong Braid. And Strong Braid is their braided line. It's maximum strength. It holds 15 IGFA records, and again, this spool is 150 yards. But again, it's so much thinner than all the braids that you see out there. So definitely go on to their website. It's ardentoutdoors.com, and take a look at these lines, because again, yes, there's so many lines out there. Oh, I like this, I like that. I'm not telling you that this has to be your favorite line. I'm not telling you have to spool every reel you have, with Ardent line. But if you're a braid fisherman pick up the strong braid. If you kind of are use both, pick up a gliss or pick up a strong braid and just try it, because just from spooling it, I can tell it's 100% different than everything that's out there. Now I can't wait to fish it. So once we get the flipping reel in, this strong braid will also be going on to the flipping and pitching rod. But so besides rods, besides reels, besides line, what other kind of accessories can they do? Well, they thought a little bit outside the box as far as a reel manufacturer, because most reel manufacturers rely on another manufacturer to make oils or grease or what have you to make sure that your reels are taken care of. Well, Ardent thankfully did not do that, and they actually have full-on lineup of reel care products. So this is their actual kit, so it comes with basically everything you need, and it's not just for their reels. So it's, you know, it's a universal kit for cleaning and taking care of your reels. But just like a gun, you know, you're out hunting with it. It's wet. There's moisture. There's this. There's that. There's dirt. Same thing happens with a fishing reel. So if you're, you know, trout fishing and you're using an ultralight spinning setup and you lay it down to get the fish off, you're picking dirt up in the reel. You may not realize it, but you are. So this right here is a full kit. Take care of all your reels. It does come with reel clean cleaner, reel butter grease, reel butter oil, a multi-tool screwdriver, microfiber cloth, cleaning swabs, a cleaning brush, and the instructions. And it also comes in a plastic case. So especially if you're going to leave it on the boat, you don't have to worry about items in here getting wet. So it'll fit, you know, right into one of your storage boxes, throw it in your tackle box, wherever you can get it. But it is protected and you're not going to lose pieces because it is in a plastic case. So they didn't have to rely on anybody else. They came and this is their product. So now you get into the fun stuff. So you have a boat, you want to go out and fish with your buddies, and you have a little tournament, or you're a tournament fisherman. When you're doing any type of bass fishing tournament, normally it is a weight tournament. So you're relying on heaviest weights wins the tournament. So most of these guys need what's called a culling system. They catch, you know, 10 fish throughout the day. How do they know which one to get rid of? Well, there's a lot of different culling systems out there. You know, one is like it looks like a teeter-totter. It's got 2 clips on it. You hook 2 fish to it, whichever way it, you know, leans, that's the heavier fish. Then they have some that you weigh it on a separate scale. It comes with a dry erase board. There's colors, you know, marked on that board already, and you write down the poundage. You throw them in your live well, and then you have to try to figure out, you know, the right color when you grab it out of the live well to put a different one in. You have to hope you don't erase a marker or a weight off the dry erase board while you're trying to land a fish. So it gets to be tough. What they came up with is called the Smarter Cull system. And it's 100% fish safe. It's super easy to use. There's no dry erase boards. There's no teeter-totter scales. Basically, you'll still have to weigh your fish. But once you do, there are 6 of these in the pack. And what you're going to do is you're going to push the buttons on the side of the ball to change pounds and ounces. And that then clips to your fish with a smart clip. And you throw it in the live well. Now all I have to do is look at that ball when they're swimming around in your live well and go, okay, that one's only 2 pounds. All the other ones are 3 pounds. Guess what? He's going. So super easy. So now you're wondering, how do you get your weight? Well, everybody knows about a fish gripper. Ardent took it a couple steps further. So a fish gripper, very simple, very easy to use. Just has your prongs at the front. You're going to open them up, put them on your fish's lip. Especially if you have a teethed fish. I'm not real sure how that's going to be pronounced. But, you know, you don't want to stick your hands anywhere near, for instance, a pike, a muskie. You know, you want to keep your hands and your fingers all to yourself. But you also don't want to have to keep constantly sticking your fingers inside of a gill plate of a fish. So a fish gripper becomes a super handy tool to have on the boat. But again, Ardent took it a step further. So instead of having to worry about a digital scale where you have batteries, they're a little bit bigger, so they take up a little more space. They actually built this with a sliding scale inside of it. So when you put your fish on, I'm going to get a little closer here so you can see this. Basically, it slides down, and all of a sudden my camera doesn't want to zoom in anymore. But regardless, it slides down and it is set up for pounds and kilograms. What the other nice piece is because this is a 360 handle, fish is flopping around a little bit while it's being weighed, you can still hold the fish, you're not going to lose it. It does have the adjustable wrist strap, and in the very tail end it does have a measuring tape in case you do not have a measuring board on the boat, or with you if you're fishing off the shore. So these are just some of the really cool accessories that they do have, and again, check them out at ardentoutdoors.com. You can see all the different things that they offer, all the rods and reels. The rods and reels, I mean, I've been in the industry a long time. I've seen a lot of the rods and reels that are out there and have always been out there. But technology, the build, the finish, the price, Ardent is by far should be right at the top of your list when you're doing your fishing shopping. So we appreciate you guys checking us out. I appreciate you guys tuning into this portion. Like I said, you'll see a couple other portions coming up with each member of the team talking about the equipment they got from Ardent. And you'll also start seeing some more on the spot baits on the TV show as well as Ardent. So if you guys haven't seen the show and would like to see the show, there's two ways you can do it. One, obviously the way we'd love you to watch it is on Pride Outdoor Network, and it's prideoutdoornetwork.com. It is a digital network, so you don't have to pay extra for it. It is seen in 50 countries, so please go to their website. We have our own channel page there. It says Rack and Rod Chronicles. You can watch it on Amazon Fire, Roku, Chromecast, YouTube TV. There's a bunch of different ways to watch the show, or if you don't have access to any of that, you can go to our playlist, RRC TV, and once it has been aired onto the network, I then release them onto our YouTube channel, but they will always be under the RRC TV playlist. Other than that, please come over and join us and like us on Facebook. Check out our Instagram page, and make sure if you're watching these videos here, make sure you click that little button down at the bottom that says subscribe. You'll get notifications every time we upload a video. Other than that, we will see you guys in episode number 42. We appreciate it. Talk to you soon.